Timothy Claxton Show. I am your host, Timothy Claxton. Let's look at one of our topics today, space. Is space exploration good? Well, according to Andrew Ransett, space is like school. It is visited again and again to learn things. Well, Andrew is right. Men are sent to space to learn about the moon. Let's go to NASA where our reporter Hudson Green is waiting. Thanks, Tim. Well, here we are at NASA. We're about to fire a rocket to space. Did you know NASA spends about $18 billion a year on these kind of things? Really? Are you ready for the takeoff? Yeah, and I got to see it, no kidding. The astronauts are in there already. It's set to go off in 23 seconds. Sorry, have to get out of the way. So, rocket's taking off, and we've got live view, don't we, Hudson? Sure do, and you get to see it from a camera on the spacecraft. How cool is that? Incredible, Hudson.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Go for main engine start. Main engine start. 2, 1. Booster ignition and liftoff of the Space Shuttle Discovery, returning to the space station, paving the way for future missions beyond.
Houston now controlling the flight of Discovery. The Space Shuttle begins the journey back into orbit. Discovery completes its role. The shuttle now heads down, wings level for the 8.5-minute ride to orbit.
Wow. Do you know how fast space shuttles go? They say they go about 17,500 miles an hour. Well, that's it for now. See you later, Tim. Well, there you have it. A live space shuttle. Now let's take a look at poverty. There is a lot of poverty in Australia. But let's take a look at poverty around the world. About 1/3 of the world is living in poverty. Shockingly, 1 in 8 children are living in poverty. Groups around the world are trying to stop world poverty and, more importantly, world hunger. We have Andrew Stanson from the World Poverty Group here to tell us more about world poverty. Hello, Andrew. Thanks for coming in today.
Great to be here, Tim.
Okay, so what's poverty? What is the rough meaning of it?
Well, when I started working on it,
On poverty, you mean?
yeah, when I started working on poverty, I looked it up, and it said the state of being extremely poor. So
Sorry, can I stop you there? How did you start in the business? Well, not in the business, but why did you start on poverty?
I don't know, I was just walking along the street, and then wham, the idea just came to me. 25,000 people die every day because of hunger.
Really? Are you serious?
Yep, one person every 3.5 seconds. But of course, we can't do anything to change the past. It's about the future of the countries.
Have you done anything to try and stop it? Because now you've got me thinking about it.
I know, it's scary, isn't it? Yeah, so sorry about that.
That's okay. So, Andrew, have you done anything to try and stop it?
Well, no, not really. I'm doing research just right now, but later on, yeah, I'm going to try to do something to stop it.
That's good. I'm not really the one to talk. There are some discussions on that table over there. I might just read one a bit later. I know you've also written a book, and I have a copy right here. It's called, Isn't It Time to Save Lives? Time to Stop World Poverty.
Yes, I have got published last year. It's about the countries that are living in poverty and what we can do to save their lives. Like spending less money on space launches and charity kind of things, you know?
Yes, I do. Now, you're recognised as a very knowledgeable man on this subject. Do you know how many countries are living in poverty?
Well, actually, I do. Around the world, there are 36 countries living in poverty. One of the poorest countries is Ethiopia.
Africa is the poorest continent, isn't it?
Yes, the poorest countries in the world is the Republic of the Congo. Its GDP, or its gross domestic product, is only $300, thus making it the poorest country in the world.
Well, thanks, Andrew. Thanks for coming in today. I'm sure everyone has enjoyed you being here, and I hope you can come back soon.
Yeah, it's great being here, Tim.
Now, let's go to a new subject in poverty. Poverty in Australia. Over 1.5 million Australians are living below the poverty line of $661.45. This is a discussion written by a 10-year-old boy. Now, I'll just read a relevant paragraph. While the developed world is wealthy and keen to learn about space, and the beginnings of the universe and spending billions on the space program, world hunger is escalating. With money spent on space exploration, world hunger could be eliminated. Additionally, worsening environmental conditions are contributing to world poverty, and starvation could also be eased if production in the Western world was reduced. For example, by not building space shuttles and sending men into space. Which is more important, learning about Earth and the universe or helping fellow starving humans? Do we have a responsibility, when we're wealthy, to share it with others? Well, I must say that this is a very well-written discussion, or paragraph. So, well done, John Hunter. I haven't had enough of this subject for now. So let's go to space again. We have Hudson Green on our camera for what he calls an after-launch talk. So, hello again, Hudson. Hi, Tim. Well, I'm still recovering a bit from that space launch, aren't you? That video was awesome. Anyway, it's cool because the astronauts are almost in space already. Good to know that they're safe. Would you know how long it takes to get into space? How long does it take to get in space? Well, it takes about 8 minutes. Only 8 minutes to get into space. Is that how long it takes? Well, yeah, the video from the space launch is up on the internet already. So, did you like it? Of course, Hudson. Everyone here liked it. Don't you guys? I think no one hates it, Hudson. I think we scored a winner today. Well, thanks again, and bye. Goodbye, Tim. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thank you everyone for coming, and we'll see you next time.